pretty funny, actually. Hear the game here, so you don't have to just focus on our lovely voices. And it's gone.
Oh!
Alright, Zora not having anything of interest there, just giving 20 rupees to Walther there as we find the front of Turtle Rock there. That's going to give us a nice chance to fill our magic all the way up there. And there's Ganon. Yep. Ganon's nice and easy today. He's hiding in the well, so we don't have to worry about climbing GT to find him. Although it does kind of look like we're going to have at least one of the interesting items behind GT today.
Hey, PTrain found a Hyrule Castle.
And he's going to go straight back to it, too, it looks like here, so...
Well, when you find the bow super early...
Yeah, there's no reason not to, especially since Hyrule Castle right now is just locked behind... It's just locked behind the gloves at the moment here, so you're going to go take this, you're going to take it all the way back, I think.
Yeah, no doubt.
Alright, we're still continuing the search over on the Walther side. He's going to come up from the south here. So far, he's found a whole bunch of shops and nothing real else of note here. So we're going to get to see a few more things from his side before he'll inevitably make his way into Hyrule Castle as well. Alright, some sort of dark room there over on Walther's side. Couldn't get a decent idea of exactly which one it was here, and it's not worth checking yet, but he's found the Spectacle Rock connector, so he's going to be hopping up there. Want more money?
Yeah, this is a rich seed.
Oh my god. I mean, I know times where I've been in a cross keys race, and you know it's been like an hour and a half in, and I still trying to farm money for Kiki. That's not going to be an issue today.
Hey, the lumberjacks are in a nice spot.
Yeah, that's a convenient little spot right there, just being right next to the well, not next to, but easily enough to go ahead and find here. PTrain taking the more daring approach, and he's just going to go right through the Arguing Brothers connector and find out that it's absolute garbage.
Oh, my favorite location too.
Yeah, that's the one that you just, the moment you get spit out at, you just go, all right, turning around, I'm going to go right back inside now. And a sword.
Nice. Stabby stab.
Okay, chess game over on Walther's side. Grabbed him the hammer. All right, so we're getting a lot of interesting early stuff, which, to be honest, would start to concern me as a runner. That's opening up a little bit too much.
And even still more, we find a Paradox Cave.
Well, we're either going to have ourselves an incredibly fast seed or something that is going to make the runner start crying for their mother here in about 2 hours in.
I'll see that and take it at 1 hour and 20 minutes.
Well, so far we got a small keep for Pod there out of Paradox Cave. He's going to be going, Walther's going to be going upstairs to go grab the other things as PTrain picks up his sword. And I get a shovel out of it.
Ooh, hook shot!
Okay, so...
Lots of nice items early.
Yeah, if I'm Walther right now, I'm thinking about which of these connectors is going to give me a way up to the mountain right now, because you can open up so many things if you can get up there.
Yeah, so many.
All right, we got water. We've got the lumberjack hut there, and behind the thing. And if I'm right, that's gonna put Magic Bat there behind Ganon. It looks like today, or behind.
Yeah, I believe you're
the
right.
pyramid. Yeah, it's gonna give me flashbacks. All right, and both runners now are just going to kind of clean up what the other one has done here. I can't imagine that PTrain's going to take the time to go through some of these paradox connectors quite yet. And sure enough, yeah, he's going to go check the rest of the village here before he starts doing anything else. I'm going to have to wait for just a minute for these guys to spread out. Yeah, Walther going ahead, he's going to pick up his little bit of extras over at the Pyramid Ferry, not the Pyramid Ferry, but the Upgrade Ferry. That Upgrade Ferry is just such a nice thing. You max out your bombs, you max out your arrows in just that immediate instance there. You don't even have to. Usually one upgrade gives you enough for the rest of the time. You don't have to start worrying about where am I going to find bombs, what else do I need to do. It's nice and real easy.
Yeah, the only time you don't want to see it is like at 2 hours in. But even then, I'm going to take it.
Yeah, typically at that point I might still be doing it, because if I'm 2 hours in, I probably have wasted all of my arrows on something dumb.
Yeah, me too. Hey, we find the back of a Desert Palace.
And PTrain went in and he decided that he was going to go ahead and steal a key there. Now, if he wants, he can use that to save scum a key in Desert Palace at some point there, or just go ahead and check it. It's one of those things that a lot of runners will do, especially if you find out like Desert is a pendant or something. People will be a little bit more willing to jump on in there.
Yeah, it is, like you said, though, it is a double-edged sword, just in case there is something over there and you're like, oh crap, now Desert's a crystal.
Yeah, that's one of those things. You'll typically take a death right before you go ahead and do something like that. And usually those BMOs there are more than willing to help as we get more money from the dig spot, because we do not have enough money yet, apparently.
Hey, buried treasure is great.
I mean, that's what every game in the history is pretty much all about after a point here, right? All right, so finally we're going to start to see some new stuff here, it looks like. We're going to go down south there, and PTrain finds the right side of the Turtle Rock. To be fair, that's the one that you're typically going to be looking for, because that's the one that has the big chest in it. And
yeah, looks like PTrain gonna go turn in that mushroom.
Yeah, something you want to get done pretty early there. If you can get that mushroom passed away by the time that you run into the potion shop, there's a good chance that you're going to be needing it at that point. You'll definitely want to see the item, as the witch's hut is just completely nothing.
Yeah. So, more guys asking us, where do we think the Moon Pearl is going to be? I'm personally hoping for some bunny shenanigans today.
I think we're going to get it. You get an early mirror, that a lot of times means you're going to start seeing some bunny shenanigans. I mean, that's one of those things. Like, you get an early mirror, I start thinking about every single ridiculous place that you can start sticking a Moon Pearl, and there are a lot.
Yeah, there are.
Early mirror to me means just hit your connectors hard, in my opinion. But we'll have to see. It might just be laying out right in the middle for these guys. We don't know yet. All right, Walther making his way to Dark Cross here, using the hookshot to kind of guide his way, and picks up a map to Hyrule Castle.
Let's hide the map in the dark.
Yeah, that's not particularly useful there. That's one of those things there. You pick up a map, you get slightly excited. It's like, ooh, good, crystal info. No, I get nothing. All right, fair enough.
Bugger.
It's just like, well played game. Thank you so much. Well, Walther's going to go pick up his bow out of the Lost Woods here. As PTrain's finally going to give us a little bit more information here. As he's going to make his way over to Eastern Palace and check out these 4 entrances over here. First one's just the tavern, and there's nothing in there worth talking about.
Not today.
The key to Skull Woods there. Ooh, Pyramid Fairy over there on PTrain's side there. Nothing to note, but that's 2 more items he can cross off his list. Do you play a lot of cross keys there, Tyler?
You know what? I never have, but I've loved Link to the Past Randomizer so much. I actually started watching this back in 2019 and got really familiar with everything back then. So.
Yeah, like that's great right there. I'll tell you that much. Oh, as we get in find ourselves a Thieves Town.
Thieves Town.
There you go. Thank you.
And already a key.
Yeah, it's a GT there. Yeah, and that's kind of interesting here because now we've got a hammer, you got a hook shot, and you got 2 GT keys. That means you can clear out the entire left side of the GT basement right now. I wouldn't be surprised at all to see that P-Train make that his next play here in just a moment.
But still, you're going in there with only 4 hearts.
You're fine. I mean,
yeah, it was 4 hearts, right?
Yeah, it's not that big a deal. Oh, Walther's showing off some game knowledge over there on that side there. So he picked up the Spectacle Rock item there not that long ago, right? And
I just said, ooh! The
Smart.
cane! Sorry, right as I was about to answer your question, I saw P-Train pick up the cane.
No, that's fine, yeah. And so he picked up the item out of Spectacle Rock there so he could go ahead and use the hookshot to basically cut across that gap there. That's something that the game does actually kind of intend for you to do occasionally. Crosskeys has got a lot of weird quirks of the logic here as... Okay, so Walther has now found 1 connector to the Dark World. Unfortunately, that one's blocked off, and ooh, wow, he made it.
Nice job. But it is a nice connector, though. It puts you right in the village of outcasts.
Yeah, if you find a Moon Pearl, you're going to like that one for sure. Oh, P-Train's going to grab Mimic Cave here, so... Alright, that's not an overly useful one on Walther's side, but he's going to get a chance to turn in the mushroom here. As P-Train gets a map of Turtle Rock there on his side, so we're going to have it. He's going to have a little bit of crystal knowledge probably the moment that he gets a chance to here. Looks like Walther's going to do the same thing and fake flipper over back to the well here, get that 1 chest that he had to leave behind because of no bombs.
And P-Train is going to go left side.
Yeah, I was kind of saying before there's nothing really on the left side that you have to be scared of, honestly. Like the real dangerous rooms are on the right side of GT here.
That's fair.
Yeah, so he's going to go through here, probably take out his hammer and get rid of all of these Stalfos in just a minute. And we start off with a key to Pod and a big key to Misery Mire, which we actually know is sitting behind the waterfall today. Big key
And
to
a GT big key.
And PTrain takes an extra second to go, really? And the map to Misery Mire there on that side. It's like, all right, I guess. And it looks like Walther is going to join him in GT here in just a moment. Yeah, PTrain, you can open that door. It's okay. You go ahead. You've got the keys for it.
Do it.
Yeah, that's the thing. If you walk into GT with 2 GT keys, you can go ahead and kind of check everything in the basement in kind of in a way. Kind of hard to say there. All right, we're going to get a rando room check here over on PTrain side, and he's going to give us just nothing of interest. Quite, ooh, there's a single rupee. And yep, yeah, rando room had nothing here, but he gets to walk out with 5 hearts at least.
That is good. That piece of heart you really kind of want at this point.
All right, so we're going to be moving back here. This is one time where I think PTrain's very happy that he has the that he found that bow earlier there, so he's not going to have to worry about fighting the Armos Knights there with just his sword or something god awful like that.
Ooh.
I've done that many times. It's fun.
Oh, ether in the big chest.
All right, yeah. And PTrain taking that extra second there to go ahead and make sure he lets Bob out of his little cage there in the corner, so that way he doesn't have to worry about getting hit with that, getting hit by the anti-fairy on the way down and kind of getting 1.0 to 0 magic, which has happened more than a few times here. Perfect Ice Armos fight there from PTrain on that side. Really well done.
Reward a GT small, and that's about it.
Yep, that's all. Well, PTrain, though, with that Canis Mario, does have one more place he can go here. It's everyone's favorite room in GT.
Okay, I personally am enjoying these hook shots on the tile room.
That's always a good strat right there. I kind of like the boomerang myself, but the hookshot works just as well there.
Well, I normally see it with the cape, and they just hide against the wall unscathed. So, oh, Master Sword!
Oh, hey, yeah, you'll take that every day of the week right there for sure.
And something Walther can't get right now because he hasn't gone to Eastern Palace to get the cane from Thieves Town.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a huge crisis yet. He'll get that eventually someday. If anything, one thing that might happen here is he might come back with some sort of fire source and then be able to get the rest on the right side here. But
that is true. It's not. You're right. It's not terrible yet, but still, that's a nice little advantage for PTrain right now.
Yeah, that is definitely the idea there. Now, one thing, you can't really go to Meyer yet just because of where Meyer is. Meyer is right now locked behind the waterfall, so without a moon pearl or without flippers, you're not getting in there quite yet. You get to kind of go in and take a look at it, wave at it, but that's all you get to do.
Ooh, Quake.
Okay. I mean, Quake is going to be mostly useless unless it opens up something. Or maybe you can use it to kill a quick pen gator room or something like that, but yeah.
All right, PTrain checking out the shopping mall areas.
It's kind of unfortunate being down here without without a glove there. But I guess probably got there through the connector there in Hyrule Castle, so...
Yeah.
Well, Walther's about to pick up that red cane here in just a moment there as he gets his third GT key, I guess, now. You start seeing those higher number of GT keys, you start getting very suspicious.
Yeah, what key item have I not found that's in GT right now?
Well, you start, I mean, you start getting 4 GT keys and hookshot and bow and, you know, well, when you get a fire source or something like that, you're gonna kind of sit there and start thinking to yourself, okay, game, what did you stick up behind GT today?
Yeah, or what did you stick up in validation chest that I had to go climb everything?
Yeah. I mean, at this point, like, neither of these runners has our powder there that they're going to need because they've already both spent their mushroom on the witch yet. We're still yet to see what item they're going to get from it, but we're waiting to see exactly what they're going to be getting from all of this so far. And man, PTrain gonna head back to Kakariko there just to hopefully find the connector that he needs to get this moon pearl here. We're about to hit the 30-minute point. Nobody's found it yet. And this is when you start to wonder, okay, am I checking the wrong things? Did my opponent start checking the right things? Am I ahead? Am I behind? What's going on here?
Because I'm starting to think we're running out quickly of light world checks. I think it's just the desert area that we haven't seen yet.
Nobody's found a way up to the mountain yet. That's the kind of the crazy thing.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that.
I definitely support what PTrain here is doing here with these connector checks, because if he can find his way up to the mountain there, he's going to open himself up I don't know, a ton, because he'll have the entire mountain available to him. As Walther's went ahead and I didn't see exactly where he got that fairy from, but that was that's just the dam right there. So there's the hammer pegs there, and he's got his first bottle of the day. Now, here's the great question for PTrain. Exactly how do you want to handle this next room?
Yeah.
This is what I was thinking he might do here. This is when called you just ether the pokey, and then get him into the corner and hit him with the hammer a few times.
Or just once.
Yeah. Oh.
Ooh, there's those flippers.
Ooh. That's an interesting logical thing right there. So The lava chest in TR is locked behind 4 keys. We currently have 0.
Which means Meyer could be a late play here.
It could be Meyer. Ooh, and there's a flute as well there. So turns out Turtle Rock is definitely the place you want to be right now.
Yeah, because there's your mountain access right there.
Yeah, that's everything. That's everything you could want right there. It looks like Walther is kind of heading the exact same way. Maybe he's into Hyrule Castle, and now the question is exactly which of these connectors is he going to take? He's probably going to take the center one here first, and I think this is just going to lock him out, unfortunately. And sure enough, yeah, he's locked out there. I think PTrain forgot where that other connector went.
Must have.
Alright, well, sure enough, he's going to be making his way back to Hyrule Castle. He wants to activate that flute. Too sweet here, so... Okay, so like, let's take a quick note here. We have found, right now, Desert Palace, Skull Woods, I'll just give a second there for the duck to be freed. Skullwood, Desert Palace, Skullwoods, Thieves Town, Misery Mire, Turtle Rock, and GT. So we're still missing quite a few dungeons yet.
Yeah, but we may find one up here on Death Mountain. Lots and lots of entrances to check.
Oh, I almost assume we'll find more than one up here on Death Mountain, but yeah, we're going to have to wait to see for sure. Now, the interesting question here is if Walther is going to go ahead and make that same play into GT and get all of the same items here that PTrain just did.
Probably go check that other side first before... I would think that they got to be dipping that.
Yeah, I mean, it's the end of a line. He's going to go in there for sure, I think. Alright, on top of Spec Rock there's just 10 arrows, so that's nothing of too much interest. Time to rescue the old man. Yeah, we're going to rescue this old man real fast. This is a typical cross key seed here. After a point, you've got yourself nice 5 hearts green male. You've been playing for 35 minutes and you're wandering around Turtle Rock. Perfectly normal, everyday occurrence.
Yeah, it'd be weird to have 10 hearts and blue male.
I mean, it does happen occasionally, but yeah, not that often. I'll get a bottle off the old man there. That's PTrain's first bottle, so if he finds Sick Kid, he'll be able to get the item off of him now. As Walther picks up his supremely out of logic flippers. Alright, so far this mountain has had absolutely nothing. Well, we got C-shape house.
Oh, but not the big key you kind of want to see.
I mean, you'll take that one before you go to Skullwoods.
No, I'm not saying you won't take it. It's just one of those just oh, great, one check. It's kind of like the Swamp Palace big key. It only opens up one thing.
Exactly. So, I mean, you're gonna be somewhat excited about that, but not overly done. And all right, time for some more bunny walking. No, you just gotta go up and check the other thing.
And besides, so West Death Mountain not having anything but East Death Mountain.
Yeah, that's the kind of crazy thing here is that all of it is open. Like every single... Ooh, that's a fantastic connector there up to the floating island. Gets him 3 pack of bombs, but more importantly, gives him the ability to make a lot more checks.
Walter letting the goose loose on his side.
All right, P-Train wisely going over here to check the medallion requirement for Turtle Rock, and I assume is going to be smarter than me and remember to mirror at the top of here. Yeah, there he goes. Before doing something and jumping down. And we get a Super Bunny Cave out of it.
Hey.
All right, just a couple of quality of life items there. A little bit more money, and it looked like a couple more bombs, but nothing too exciting. And Incoherent bringing up an interesting point there. Yeah, there is an argument to be made for checking the 2 entrances at the bottom of this. One of the things that you can do with that mirror is, if you do find like an item cave or something like that, you can use the mirror to Super Bunny inside of it there. It's a little bit tricky. It requires basically pressing the mirror on the same frame that you enter the doorway there, which is... Some people do it a heck of a lot better than I do. I can say that much.
I'm still trying to do it, so...
Like some days I'll get it the first try. Some days it'll take me like 7 or 10 tries. And there we go. There's an ice palace right there that we cannot do absolutely anything with right now. But we know where it is.
I filed that away for about 30 minutes later on the seed. Oh, hey, Eastern!
Okay, P-Train going... Yeah, okay, let me check this other thing first.
Yeah, that's fair.
Now, there's an argument in the Crosskeys community about when do you check Eastern. Some people are a very strong early Eastern Palace dippers, and some people say just wait until you get the big key. I will gladly admit to being a early Eastern Palace dipper.
I am too.
I feel like putting it off. Yeah, if you come back, you could theoretically save yourself the double dip, but I mean Eastern doesn't take that long to double dip.
No, especially if you're only missing the big key like we are right now.
And the other thing is, I've seen so many times that the big key is just sitting in Eastern Palace. This has happened more than a few times. Oh no, left side swamp is still left side swamp.
Yeah,
I mean, that still sucks. I mean, Diver Down has made left side swamp a little bit less terrible. It still sucks. All right, Walther's... Oops, sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just about to say, before P-Train came back in here, I don't know if we noticed, but if I remember right, he found the dam up here on Death Mountain.
Yeah, no, he definitely did. Now all we need to do is find the Swamp Palace small key and Swamp Palace there before we could actually do anything in it. But we've got everything else that we need to complete it outside of, the ability to actually go in and check more than one chest. All right, Eastern Palace is not paying out for P-Train so far here, and we've now run out of logical chests, and we're going to start going into the out of logic stuff here. There's only one left that he can get, but I have found other stuff there.
Yeah, not looking good this seed for us that like to early dip it.
Alright, both of these runners here are following the exact same paths on the mountain. This is pretty much your standard path, because if you can find the connector there that leads to the Dark World Turtle Rock left and right entrances there, you can go ahead and use that mirror to check the other two. But the game can be really mean to you sometimes. Go ahead and put something in Spiral Cave, as yep, PTrain just gets a red boomerang out of that eastern dip, and he's decided, you know what, I'm done with this.
Ooh, but where does the old man let us out at?
Okay, that's
I can deal with this one.
That's an interesting spot there, as Glove is under the dam. All right. So still no Moon Pearl.
But I will take the glove.
Yeah, so I mean, you technically are very close to accessing the whole rest of what am I trying to say? The whole rest of Hyrule here, but that pearl is going to be an issue here.
I'm calling it right now. It's on Pyramid.
We're gonna have to find a connector then, in that case. I
forgot we don't have a connector there yet.
Yeah, we're gonna have to find our way over there. Yeah, we'll work our way through this here. As we're gonna take these flippers in here and gonna go ahead and do some of these flipper checks. I mean, again, these are gonna be really out of logic, but you kind of want to. If you're in the area, you're not gonna care about logic, because you're just gonna want to get these done. And if you happen to find something that kind of tells you even more that you supposed to have had 4 Turtle Rock keys before doing this, and I guess PTrain is just saying, you know what, I'm taking these flippers, I have everything I need to beat Misery Mire. I'm gonna not do it because I don't have a fire source right now. I don't blame him. I mean, Green Mail going through Misery Mire in the dark as well.
I mean, what you would call a fun time. Maybe.
Yeah, I mean, you're guaranteed to get down to Vitreous with probably something like 3 hearts. And he gets his lovely, lovely 20 rupees there from Zora.
Ooh, gotta go check the other exit here.
Yeah, I think I'm agreeing. The more I think about it with PTrain, I think I 100% support that decision of not doing that now. And oh, okay. So there's the Spiral Cave entrance taken care of. That's
nice to know.
That's actually not bad, because Eastern Palace and Ice Palace are both right there. So
yeah, that's true.
So he can get back there pretty easily depending on where he is. He's also got Flute and Hookshot, so it's not going to be hard for him to get to any of these places, as he's finally found the chicken hut over on his side. He's going to clean up some of the things that Walther did here not that long ago. No, PTrain has not been to the back of Escape yet. Both of the runners, now Walther is picking up his gloves. Those gloves are brand spanking new, so neither runner has been back there, even though it is 100% in logic for them, and that would be an interesting place to stick a Moon Pearl.
Ooh, that would. I completely forgot about those the gloves at back of Escape is accessible now.
Yeah, that's something that I have been known to unfortunately do occasionally. Is just completely space that the gloves open the back of escape occasionally. Walther looks to be smarter than me, and he's heading there right now. So we're gonna get a quick look to see exactly what is being hidden back here in these 3 chests. All right, Key to Pod and Bupkis. Ooh, but PTrain on the other side. Yeah, I was just about to say we hadn't found any of the big out of like the big 5-item or 4 or 5-item caves yet, and well, finally PTrain found one of them for us. All right, starting off with just a piece of heart there, and following up with a piece of heart, and hey, Titan's mitts.
Hey,
all right,
all right. All right, so where does Hookshot Cave lead us? The front entrance of the rock.
Oh, no. Oh, man. Sure, why not?
Just cuz.
Yeah, and Incoherent pointing out not Incoherent, but sorry, Jay Coper pointing out a good thing. Those mitts are incredibly useless right now. Oh, it does open up the IP entrance. Yeah, there's very little that that sucker opens up right now.
The only other thing probably would be the
yes,
lumberjack trade sequence, but we have Tower of Hera over here.
Yeah, we've got actually, doing some rethinking here. We've got quite a bit in opening up with those mitts now that people are actually thinking about it, and me included. It's just so funny watching the bunny having sword beams coming from nothing.
Just let it go.
Yeah, okay, we're gonna have to see a death warp here in just a second anyway, as we get our tempered sword. Ooh. And no, you're not gonna finish that off? Really? PTrain? That's a decision.
And Pod's right next to it.
And okay. I'm a little surprised by that, but PTrain's going to say, you know what? Let me stick with logic for a second. I think this might not be a terrible play here, because this might be this might lead him towards his pearl here. We're going to do some murder dactyl dodging here first. It just finds another desert connector there. Did we see Walther. A desert connector earlier? Oh, Walther.
I don't think so. We saw the dead end one from, I think it was Hyrule Castle, but Walther, yeah, like you were saying, Walther found a bumper cave exit.
Oh, well, now that is very valuable there on the other side there. Where was this?
It was the cave that exited down. You exit down from Death Mountain in Vanilla, but I cannot remember where that entrance to that cave was. Oh, Incoherent saying Spectacle Rock exit.
Okay, good. All right, so we have actually seen that then. Okay, so that one's not super difficult there to get back to by any means. Southwest Death Mountains Foothills Cave. There you go. Thank you, Lin. All right, we're doing some more bunny walking in the rain over there on PTrain's side here, as Walther is going to go ahead and take his... I imagine he's got a ferry.
Yeah.
To go ahead and get whatever is sitting here in the back of Spike Cave. Yeah,
That's a little insult to injury.
yeah, that's not what you really want there. All right, so Spike Cave's done. Ice Rod Cave is done there. All right. Oh, and hello, Ice Rod there sitting on the library. So, don't know if we need that yet. Probably gonna
Right
need
now,
that.
probably. It's a good.
I mean, there's a
But then we
decent
need
chance.
boots.
Yep, and well, I mean, we're probably gonna need boots here at some point anyway, I'm guessing, but it's hard to say. As we find the bottom of the spiral cave there over on Walther's side, he's probably gonna. I think my assumption here is Walther's gonna make his way over and take the mirror to go check out these other two mirror spots here around Cave 45 and basically the race game entrance. And now that we're 53 minutes in, I wouldn't be shocked if that's where we find our pearl, because we're starting to run low on places that sucker can be.
Yeah.
Well, Cave 45 is a complete bust here. That's just one of the empty houses there. PTrain's going to go ahead and he's going to work his way into Desert Palace here and maybe check one or two things there. Is he going to burn that key?
Heading over that way.
This might be a save scum. I didn't see when the last time that he saved and quit was. Okay, Walther's found Sasharala there. There's the big key of Hera. Ooh, I don't know if you keep that.
Maybe it depends on what's here.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
there's that's a save scum there for sure. All right, we've hit the race game over on Walther's side here and found
Bumper cave.
back of Bumper Cave. So yeah, we're gonna use that hook shot to go right through that bumper here. and yeah, okay.
Oh, we probably saw that right at the very beginning and didn't even realize it.
Yeah, it was just one of those that I don't think either of us filed that away as something important at the time. I mean, if I was racing, it was something I'd have actually like my notes in front of me, but the kind of right now it's just like, whatever, just Bumper Cave. Bumper Cave sucks. All right, PTrain making his third trip into the front of Desert Palace here. I think probably this time we're going to get to see some connectors and some other fun stuff. First, we're going to grab this chest here in the middle.
Oh, just $5.
All right, so right now the only dungeon that we're missing is Swamp and Aga Tower. And man, we're starting to run really low on actual available item locations to these runners here. So it's starting to look like this this pearl is probably hanging out someplace nasty. Oh, hey, we found your Dark World connector. Yeah, we're gonna see if your pyramid prediction here comes true in just a second.
I'm stopping right here. I've called the perfect race now.
All right, we're gonna first we got to dodge the bird.
Hey, mini Moldorm. Hey, there's a 5 spot.
Yeah, and he's got full health too, so he can do this fairly easily here. There he goes, gets the super bunny there without any problem. Both of these guys are having a super bunny into these rooms right now. Finds a lamp. Okay.
Okay, fire source, good. And that's the only thing good out of Mini Moldorm Cave.
Yeah. Walther, on the other side, he's attempting to super bunny into the waterfall, into basically the waterfall fairy cave here. These Death Mountain ones are really, really kind of difficult to super bunny into sometimes, because they don't. You've got to like jump in just at the right spot. And Walther, he's on his like third or fourth attempt here and just not having any luck with it here. At some point, you're going to have to just kind of let it go. It looks like he got it there finally. He's going to get himself absolutely nothing of value.
All of that. Oh, here we go. Here we go. PTrain, come on. Let it be Moon Pearl.
All right, survey says.
Oh.
Sorry, bud. Hate to kill your groove there now, but
yeah.
So PTrain, you're okay. I was about to say, I'm like, you're not thinking about doing the crazy thing. No, okay, good.
No, crazy. Who does crazy stuff?
Well, it's just part of me was thinking. Part of me was thinking that PTrain might have considered, you know what? I've got the lamp. I could technically climb GT right now, and it's like, yeah, you technically could here, but
you really, really want to?
No, yeah. you don't want to be doing that. All right, Walter going to take a second here, and he's going to go ahead and do a little bunny revive here. Yeah, Ganon today, he's hiding out just in the well location right now. So we don't necessarily need to climb GT. We do have Magic Bat sitting there behind Aga 2 today. So if you end up in that situation, which has happened before, where you need to go and powder, powder for your big key to pod, that I'm not talking about by any.
Ooh, Walter found a fire rod.
There you go. Okay. Now, okay, so that tells you right now that our Pearl is 100% not behind anything fire-locked.
Oh, boy. But the question now is, where can it be? We haven't already checked.
I mean, Misery Mire doesn't seem likely, because the flippers that you need to get into Misery Mire are locked behind 4 Turtle Rock keys, and we currently have a grand total of 0.
Zilt, squatch, nada.
Yeah, we do have a small key to Thieves Town though, so that's what was hiding up on Bumper Ledge there this entire time. Moon Pearl cannot be on PED because apparently Misery Mire is our green pendant as well here, so that's even more reason for it not to be there. All right, so both of these runners now know where both of these runners now know at least where Bumper Cave exit is, so that's kind of nice for them. Walther going to go ahead and he's going to take the... Looks like he's going to take the additional checks here in pod here. Probably looks like he's going to do a double circuit here to grab at least what he's got here in the front. Small key to Hyrule Castle. I mean, awesome.
Okay.
I mean, if we had found anything in the basement, that would have been interesting, but absolutely nothing in there. Yeah, the one thing with the Moon Pearl being on, it can't be in Skull Woods because because the Moon Pearl won't be any place that requires you to bunny revive, or and technically, this is another one of these fun key logic things. Technically, Mothula is behind 3 Skullwoods keys, and one of them is always 100% locked in the Dark World. So, pinball chest is the pinball chest is 100% Dark World, and it's always got a small key because this is entrance, and since everything is shuffled, there is a chance that you could just not soft lock yourself, but lock yourself into there, and that's our 4th sword found on Walther's
side. We know where all the swords are.
Okay, so we have everything except for the ability to actually walk around in the Dark World.
Game.
Yeah, this is entrance for you here. We're an hour in, and everybody is just kind of scratching their head going, what's going on? Alright, got a cape though, at least, over there on Walther's side. This is when we all say thank you to Jinxie, our restreamer for the day, and also one of our trackers for rolling us this lovely mess. Also, big shout outs there to Odd Walls as well, the tracker, our other tracker, who's taken care of clicking some of these other buttons here. Is Walther is going through, and he's basically checking all of the chests that he can in pod right now. He's clearing out everything possible. Now, most all of this is out of logic, but yeah, we're still hunting for Pearl, and it's not going to be back here.
I'm just trying to think, what did we miss?
Yeah, right now I'm actually kind of wishing that I had I pulled up my map tracker here and actually started taking a little bit more little bit more notes on this here. Trying to think here. We still don't have Turtle Rock keys, so we don't have a way back to Laser Bridge or something.
Nope, not yet.
All right. Hey, our first key to Turtle Rock there is locked behind is now locked behind 6 pod keys. So, you know, that to go along with all the other crazy logic things we're doing with today. Boy. All right, yeah. I'm gonna go with officially I don't know. And I'm glad that I'm on this side of the controller today, and I'm not actually playing this mess right now.
You know what? Oh no, we can't have it. Never mind. I was thinking it was going to be behind the Lumberjacks, but then I forgot. Nope, we can't do that yet.
And on Walther's side, I'm okay with this play. This is called, you know what, forget it. Don't know when I'm going to find that pearl. I'm just going to go and blast right through this. You know, that is a good question there, Jinxie. Both runner had the opportunity to go ahead and Harapot themselves up into Hera. Neither runner wanted to. For some reason, and that is very surprising. All right, as we're dropping into our Mothula fight here over on Walther's side, going to use some hammers, it looks like. Moth being a bit of a jerk there, staying on the spikes. Got to be a little careful here. Down to 2 hearts and takes him down. All right. Good fight there over on Walther's side here. He's going to get himself some bombs. And
But more
hey,
importantly,
there's our first crystal of the game right there. All right, more fun with connectors over on PTrain side. And
no.
That is not that's not going to be helpful there. Time for a long, cute walk as a bunny back. All right, so that's the...
Go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say, I was going to answer wall kicks there. Yeah, that's the TR, the Turtle Rock Ferry there going down. But, man, this is, okay, we're going to add these 2 roller room chests here in Turtle Rock to the count of cannot be in there. PTrain just found ourselves Swamp Palace there. So that's all of our dungeons at least found between both of the runners.
That's nice to know. But I'm starting to think maybe Moon Pearl could be up on the climb.
No. The only reason that it can't is because of the fire.
Oh, right. You need fire up there.
Yeah, I mean, I thought about that too a second ago myself, actually, just because I was trying to go like, where on earth could it be? And I do very much kind of like what Walther's doing here, because he's just kind of deciding, you know what, I've got enough things. Both the fire rod and the lamp were locked in the Dark World, and so we can. So he's just deciding, you know what, I'm not going to waste time like trying to rack my brain to go ahead and figure out exactly where this Moon Pearl is. I'm just going to go ahead and start clearing things out and eventually come across it, probably.
Yeah. Have we checked this connector that PTrain's checking?
No.
That's a nice find.
Yeah, that's a big one right there. Walk in and
there's tower.
This is in logic.
If it's right here on this next chest, I am going to laugh out loud.
I'm almost thinking it's gonna be.
Oh my gosh, there it is!
Well, that's gonna be a fun one to find.
Wow, that's been accessible for a while too.
Yeah, no, that's been accessible for a.
When there's hype game too.
Okay, PTrain. So what'd you find here? Pod key. Okay. All right. So not a great find, but you know, you'll take it.
I'll take a pod key.
Yep. No, that's not gonna work there, Pete. Oh, you're gonna flute? Okay, you're gonna flute. Oh God, look what Walther's doing.
Oh dear. Make him. Well, you have the fire source.
Yeah, I mean it's yeah, you're gonna get killed by that anti-fairy. I mean, he's doing the thing. I mean,
Ice Palace is a pendant, and Turtle Rock is one of our 5/6.
Ice Palace is a pendant, and Turtle Rock is a 5/6. So we're going to definitely need those boots to get that ice rod off of the library sitting there in mire. Ooh, Walther, you might want to be careful here.
Be careful. Be careful.
All right, he's got a red goo. He's got a red goo here. But that's going to make for a particularly fun climb, it looks like. PTrain's going to go ahead and clear out Skull Woods here. He's going to go ahead and have just a much better time of this than Walther is right now. Walther's going to be taking... This is... I mean, look, we're kind of saying, oh God, what is Walther doing right now? Just because we know where the pearl is. Now, he's not doing this because he's looking for the pearl. He's doing this because it clears out the top of GT here, and GT will be 100% complete, and it's something he's not going to have to think about for the rest of the seed, which, you know, is a good thing. Are getting quite a few hits there on the landmos as we're going to go for pinball strats. Gets 2 of them.
Got it.
And gets that 3rd. And that's the other thing. Yeah, Clearmouse bringing up a good point. I don't think Walther has been to the right side of Hyrule yet. The right side of Dark World, I mean, sorry.
No. PTrain was the only one to check the pyramid. Oh, Dark World! Oh,
that's a spicy one right there.
Yeah, I was about to say. Game rolled. Well done, Jinxie, for rolling a spicy seed.
Oh, and you know what the crazy thing is? That opens up every single location in the game outside of the Turtle Rock entrance. Everything else is completely open to them.
Those boots were locked by flippers, which means they're locked behind 4, technically by logic, 4 keys at Turtle Rock.
You are right, sir. Oh, right, and Jay Coper pointing out that we saw the TR entrance there earlier. Yeah, I had forgotten. So yeah, we have 100% access to the entire rest of this game. Okay, so Walther, what have you climbed for? Blue mail and a B. Okay. Now, if he finds something up here... Oh!
Ooh, that's a nice one!
Big key to pod. Okay, now that's a huge find right there for Walther.
Yeah, that might be the... Incoherent saying that might be the bell, and I agree 100%.
Well, we don't know what pod is yet. That's the thing.
If it is...
Yeah, and then that is a good point there. Data played bringing up a good point there. Walther did have 4 small keys. So coming up here does make a lot of sense. Now, we're going to have to see at what point does PTrain want to make that climb, and is that climb actually going to be necessary? Because if it turns out pod's a pendant, then that feels bad.
All right, so what did the Smiths have for us today? Oh, just a little love.
Oh, I thought PTrain was going to catch the guy for a second there. We get to see the lovely message.
Oh.
If you ever want to do something that's a really, really terrible idea, mirror from the Dark World directly on top of that guy.
Okay.
Yeah, it works out well.
Hey, sick kid.
Okay. All right, nothing of interest there, but sick kid.
Oh, just had allowance.
All right, and as Walther is still playing the "Where the heck is my Moon Pearl" game here. Unfortunately, what he's going to have to do is flute into the Mire area, go through Desert Palace, go to the right entrance of Desert Palace. Okay, wait. Or maybe I had that wrong here, and he needs to go this way. Oh, that's right. The Desert Palace entrance is the left entrance of Desert, or the center entrance of Desert Palace is in basically the Mire area plus stuff. All right, so now where is Walther going to take this?
Let's hope they go through that connector.
And I'm trying to remember. Somebody got the big key to Tower of Hera at some point, and I don't remember which one of our runners did.
It was PTrain, but they saved scum the key.
Ah, right. Yeah, right. That's what it was. Okay, yeah. So this is what happens when I start doing these things at 8 o'clock in the morning. My brain doesn't quite have the retention that it needs to play cross keys. And there's our bonk rocks there, just giving us 3 bombs. But at this point, I'm thinking Checkerboard Cave and Spiral Cave are pretty much the 2 things that we have left to find.
Yeah.
As far as item locations here. So these guys kind of need to go ahead and get themselves going here, and Walther is going to be very happy with what he's about to find, I think.
Yes, very.
So there's going to be about what are we saying here? Maybe about a 15-minute difference in Moon Pearl, I think, between the two, if that.
15-ish, something, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, but it's 15 minutes plus Walther knowing that he has the pod big key right now. That's at the top of Turtle Rock, and there's a Castle Tower key. You don't want to find that now. You wanted to have found that about
about 10 minutes ago.
Yeah, finding that now just means, oh, great. So you've got one chest there in the middle of Aga Tower, and you can't get it without actually going there.
Wow.
All right, be a pod map there off the torch there, please. Come on. That's not a pod map.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is going to all depend on at what point do we get the information about Palace of Darkness. Now, there's a very good chance that Walther having that pod big key is a huge deal, because we already know 2 of our pendants. The third one, though, is yet to be seen. So until we actually know which way this is going to swing here, it's going to be kind of hard to say.
Well, PTrain's going to give us a look up what's up in the second chest of Aga Tower.
Yeah, this is a lot faster here than I thought he was going to. And Walter's found the front of Super Bunny Cave, so he's got a whole lot of I don't care about that. I've already seen the back. All right, that's just 3 bombs. So Aga Tower is dead because I think the useless fairy was sitting there behind the lumberjack today. So
Yup.
won't be doing that. All right, PTrain, where are you headed off to? All right, so this is the way to the entrance of Turtle Rock here. So this is going to be, I imagine this is Pod and Hera right here.
Yeah, probably Hera. Well, either one, you're right. Laser Bridge!
Okay.
There's the small the desert.
there was a significant pause there by PTrain. Big key to Thieves Town. Okay.
All right, Thieves sounds fully clearable.
And a small key to Pod. Now the crazy, I mean, I'm still getting over still having trouble getting over the logic of this seed. This is a fun one to say the least. PTrain going to make real sure not to accidentally press up next to that door and end up spending his single Turtle Rock key right now. That would be a very bad feeling there, because one of the nice things about cross keys is that you only need the one Turtle Rock key, really. You can avoid using any of the other ones and not have any problem.
PTrain decided not to check the dungeons up there on Death Mountain.
I'm I have questions.
I did too. I mean, you have 5 small keys to Pod, and you haven't been in there yet. Oh, but could be going to do Thieves Town first.
I mean, okay, Thieves Town.
Because you would mirror right from here.
Right, Thieves Town makes sense. Yep, and Walkix is 100% right here. We've got a big moment where Walther is on his way back to Helmasaur. This will get us full confirmation on whether or not he did a very good thing or a very silly thing a second ago.
Oh, hey, our other 5-6 crystal swamp.
All right, so yeah, for Walther, this play makes 100% sense. PTrain, I can understand this one. I mean, this is his 100% fully in logic dungeon. Hera and Pod in particular, since he doesn't have the big key, he can't complete. So, like, going ahead and completing this first, if this turns out to give you everything that you need, then, you know, we're golden. But we'll have to find out here in just a second. Walther is on his way back to Helmasaur right now. We're going to get all the information we need in just 2 seconds.
All right, moment of truth. Powder, and it is a crystal!
Okay, so that's slightly important right there, because that the powder as well is what was locked. Is what's Magic Bat was behind that.
Agatu.
Yeah, so that's fantastic there.
Ooh, boy.
Yeah. So and that's all the 6 pod keys as well.
Hey, all right. PTrain finds Thief's Town is our crystal. Nice fight. And what's in the basement of Hera? All right, PTrain picking up that ice rod that we found earlier. And the big key to desert is down in the Hera basement. Intriguing, I would say.
Yeah, that's more GT fun right there. Because we found that behind the we found that on the right side of GT. So yeah, PTrain at some point is going to have to go back and just basically clear out all of GT.
Big key to ice. And PTrain picking up the big key to Hera. Shoulder arm down. And there's our other pendant. Ooh, Walter's gonna make the plane to Ice Palace.
Well, Walther doesn't know about Ice Palace being a crystal here. But PTrain is unknowingly doing a very bad thing. He's gonna end up orphaning that one chest in the basement there, and it unfortunately had the big key to Desert Palace now. According to our tracker here, we know all of our pendants right now, and that big key to Desert is just, we're gonna have to add that to the list of things to find. I mean, he will be in the area for when he comes back for Pod. That is, I mean, Chad is pointing that out, and that is correct. But at the same time, you're gonna have to try to remember that.
Nice icebreaker over there by Walther. All right, PTrain finally making it, going into Pod. Gonna get the fire rod right here.
All right, sorry about the noise back there. Should be back now.
You're forgiven.
All right, Walther's making his way back to the Ice Palace big chest here, grabbing himself just 20 rupees there. But trying to think, there's been nothing of interest here in Ice Palace today, has there?
Nope, nothing. Okay, so I just started looking at all of our trackers, and I'm trying to think, what do we still need to know for no mode? Not go mode, no mode.
Well, Eastern Palace big, for one.
Swamp small, right?
Swamp small is the big one. Yep, Swamp small is the big one.
And then big key to Turtle Rock.
Yeah, the big key to Turtle Rock is another one there. So we find those, we're still kind of in the stuck mode right now.
All right, but we're just needing keys at this point, at least at no mode.
Yeah, and I mean, let's not get into what do we need for all of this seed to make logical sense, because that's just silly.
That's just out the window here at this point.
Yeah, but otherwise than that, we should be pretty close to the getting to this here. Oh, all right. Walther's going to see if the 3 or 4 minutes that he spent in Ice Palace has been a complete waste or not here in just a second, as filled up his hearts there, and he might have a bad time here.
Yeah. Oh wait, he doesn't know that it's a pendant.
Ah ha 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 ha! Walther, you smart man, you. All right, so he's trying to there, and he got it. Wow, nicely done there. So what he did there was he did basically the sword beams plus fire rod glitch there. So you shoot a fire rod. Oh, and there's the small key to swamp. Oh my god,
that's a nice one.
Wow. So I think that just broke the entire seed for Walther right there, because he's gonna. Yeah! He hasn't found swamp though.
Ooh, but PTrain making their way back in.
Okay, so PTrain's gonna get his swamp small now. The PTrain actually does know where swamp is, so that's a that's an advantage.
Yeah,
I mean,
like J. Cooper saying, the swamp's not really exactly hidden.
yeah, it is just kind of sitting there. But you know, I mean, it's one of those things though. Like the runners do have every location in the game open to them, so you know, entrants a lot of times, cross keys in particular, can kind of run on, hey, which entrance did you choose first?
Oh yeah.
But Walther, I mean, it's easy to say right now, Walther is in a really, really great position. The thing with PTrain, it's not like he's played badly or anything, and it did look like, quite honestly, like he had finding that moon pearl earlier and all of that. It seemed like everything was really coming up his way there for a little while. But then Walther just decided that, you know what, I'm just going to find everything now.
And it all started with that climb up GT.
Man, just a crazy, crazy turn of events here. All right, and that should do it for full crystal knowledge there for Walther as well here. So he's going to go ahead and take care of blind in just a second here. I want to say that Swamp is next to the Village of Outcasts. I want to say it's like the
it's the fortune teller. Right, yeah, it's a fortune teller.
Yeah, I remember glancing at it once a little while ago, but like I said, I'm not actually really like, you know, paying super close attention to every little location today. Well, since we're kind of watching both of these guys kind of do a whole bunch of things before they've do a bunch of things that we've already seen here, go ahead and if you could, make sure you give these runners here a follow there. They're really good at this game, and they're great people. So, you know, helping them out and making sure that we get everything together for them be kind of nice there. Also, big shout outs today to our trackers there, Jinxie Girl, who's also taking care of the restream. Oh, that's not working. Okay. Jinxie Girl, who's taking care of our restream there, and Oddwalls as well. Can't do this without them. Oh, there it goes.
Of course, right after you say it, it happens.
Yeah, you bot. All right, and also big thank you to Tyler W there for jumping in on the comms along with me. My name's Dave's Cloud, and you know, thanks for coming by today.
Yeah, this was to see that if you want a trolley, you got it. And there's that small key to swamp.
All right, PTrain, what are you going to want to do next now? I imagine this is the Let's Rush Swamp play here.
Yeah, I gotta think so.
So, we need an Eastern Palace big key. We need a
Turtle Rock big key.
Turtle Rock big key now.
Yeah, just on the final hunt for some big keys. Oh, Mothula.
Yeah, might as well. I mean,
It's right here, and you know it's a crystal.
you got to get these crystals done as quickly as possible. Like, I don't know if either runner really is going to feel bad right now about their position in the seed. I mean, PTrain unfortunately doesn't realize how much is locked behind a GT climb at the moment. But otherwise, it's been a kind of a nasty little seed here. So we're gonna be, I think, even though it's an hour and 40 minutes in, and as a runner, you're starting to wonder, okay, where's my opponent? I don't think either of them are going to be feeling too bad about how things are going for them as they take it, as PTrain takes him down and grabs his second crystal there.
Okay, PTrain making their back their way into Turtle Rock.
There was something back here, and I don't remember what it was.
I can't remember either, but Walter's going to go check Magic Bat.
I guess it was just a bunch of keys there, and Walther pulls out a heart container there off of Magic Bat. So hey, that'll work, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, you're 14 hearts at this point.
Yeah, I mean, he's got blue mail, also from the climb there, so that helps him out quite a bit. And PTrain's finally going to go into Swamp here.
You know what? I gotta think at this point, one of our big keys that we need is in here somewhere.
I almost think that there's going to be both. Just because, I mean, if it's not in here, it's going to be in Meyer. And Meyer kind of keeps thinking there.
But hey, let's go see if Lamholes is hiding anything.
I get paid?
Yeah, we get paid. What?
Wait, what? I was about to say, I'm like, come on now. It's like, I've been doing this
I
for
do
free?
accept all plastic cards.
I'll take emotes, honestly. All right, anyway. So Walther takes down another crystal there, and PTrain's making his way through this thing going on for going on. We're gonna go all the way to Left Side Swamp today, so I imagine we're gonna be grabbing an icebreaker here in just a sec. Or not icebreaker, diver down. The other one.
The other one that requires a block.
All right, just waits for that bomb to explode, but not finish doing the switch there. Jumps in, jumps out. And voila, you can now walk on water.
Wonderful diver down.
Yeah, because the game is programmed exceptionally well, and 30 years of playing it has found many, many ways to completely destroy it. Okay, so now Walther is into the side, going in, and he's going to check the east part of Desert Palace here. This will get him a Tower of Hera big key, which, not exactly what he's going to be wanting to find here. But, so far today, we've had things in just terrible locations there with a Moon Pearl in Moon Pearl in Aga Tower and a bunch of other things that we found. I wouldn't be shocked. How about a book on Left Side Swamp as well? So I wouldn't be completely shocked here to find out that we've got like the tower, the Turtle Rock big key there sitting in the Tower of Hera big chest or something.
I think we actually checked, PTrain checked it, and I think it was just money.
Oh, okay, yeah.
If I remember right.
Oh, I guess PTrain went back for it. Okay, yeah. All right. Well, no, never mind then. Oh, Walther opening up Misery Mire here. This is unfortunately what I kind of meant about. Yeah, even though Swamp is in a very easy place to find, it's also, you haven't found it yet. And because you haven't found it yet, you're going to start looking at all of these places, and you're going to get an order in your head, and it might not be the right order. And this is unfortunately what's kind of happening to Walther here, is he's given PTrain time to clear out more dungeons and kind of gain some time back and kind of get to the point where PTrain is going to have this, going to start running out of options and probably start thinking, you know what, maybe it's the GT climb. And the moment PTrain makes his way to GT, things are going to even out quite a bit.
And Swamp having absolutely nothing. Well, no, I lied.
I mean, none of that is surprising to me if you really think about it, because the Flipper's still being behind four
Turtle Rock keys.
Turtle Rock keys, and that we have found 3 of, if you get all of them. And getting some guesses here into chat for where exactly the Turtle Rock big key is. Well, we haven't seen the back of Skull Woods yet on PTrain's side, and well, there's the potion shop, and that's our mushroom was worth $20 today. So Walther is going to go, it looks like he's making his way over here to Meyer, as we got a ped check over there on PTrain's side and showing us that it is, you don't
just
actually
bombs.
need to get all the pendants today, yeah.
I still remember the qualifier I commented on back at the beginning of this, the qualifier races for this tournament. We had the pod big key on PED, and it was found out relatively early.
Yeah, I remember that. I played in that one. That one was a that was
an interesting seed.
Yeah, that one was fun. I mean, to be honest, when you find out that you've got a ped seed that early, it's actually helpful in a lot of ways, because you just go, you know what? I've got to beat these dungeons. I'm going in the dungeons. All right, PTrain finding Sasharala here. I don't know if we've seen this yet. This is a small key to Castle Tower. Yeah, we have not seen this.
Yeah,
That's
no, because there's Bombos.
And a map to Eastern. So, I mean, the Bombos not helpful. The Castle Tower not helpful either. Ow. All right, Walther, checking our Misery Mire Firelock chests here. He's got all the keys to put this into logic here. So, I mean, we could find something back here, but I've been saying that a lot. We could.
Could being the operative word here.
Yeah. So we, if my little cheat sheet in front of me is correct here, we still haven't found the Checkerboard Cave, and we haven't found Spiral Cave yet. And just a bottle there on Walther's side. So gonna get a few more checks over here on PTrain's side. Yeah, PTrain's gonna run out of things to do real fast. At some point, he's gonna have to start thinking, you know what, I need to make a climb. Now, here's a 5 item cave there. There's Blind's hideout. That's the last of these to find. Big key to Turtle Rock.
Nice. Burn it over there in Misery Mire.
Okay, so big key to TR. So that's probably where we're going to be headed in just a moment, I think.
Yeah. So all we have left now is just the Eastern Palace big key.
Right. Well, and this is another location that we haven't seen yet. Here's Mire Shed. 2 more items in here. Compass, which nobody cares about. And the Eastern Palace big key. Okay, so, and there's silver arrows there on Walther's side on the way to Vitreous. So there's a nice thing on his side as well. Okay, now here's the big question. So PTrain is going to be clearing out. Oh, see, that Desert Palace big key is gonna crush him because he still needs that. So he's gonna do Spiral Cave now that he's just found it. All right, and finds the gets out to the exit here, and I kind of imagine that we're headed directly to either Eastern Palace or Turtle Rock here in just a second.
Probably the Eastern. Well, nope, I'm wrong. All right, Vitreous.
I'm a little a compass to Misery Mire, and a completely useless thing. So, I mean, the good news for Walther is that he pulled silver arrows out of that entire mess. The other really good news for him is that all he needs to do is make his way over to the village of Outcast, and he can find Swamp Palace. Once he finds Swamp Palace, everything else he needs for go mode is just a short dash to the right. But where is he going? I mean, the other thing with Walther right now is that he's gonna chasing entrances isn't gonna be too hard for him, because at the moment that he finds Swamp Palace, like, I don't think he's gonna have hardly any entrances left.
No. PTrain on the way to kill Trinex.
Well, that'll clear out Turtle Rock completely for him, and I'll get him another crystal. There's a good chance that he's going to be sitting there going, okay, after all of this is said and done, has Walther really not done Stumpy yet? Oh my god, a 2 hour Stumpy. All right, fair enough. All right, PTrain. So here's the big thing for PTrain. I can't think of too many other things that he could do. Like, he could go to Misery Mire right now, but if he's
the only other thing would be Eastern Palace.
Yeah, he can do Eastern Palace, and he'll go clear that out. I mean, it'll take him 10 seconds to clear the whole thing out. If he's paying attention to the basic key logic and such like that, he should know that Misery Mire is still not even remotely in logic, unless, and I say this, we've got Eastern Palace having like the 2 Turtle Rock keys or something like that. And if that's the case, then probably rip PTrain at that point, because I don't think there's any coming back from that. If he is paying attention, though, he should know that, like, going to Misery Mire right now probably isn't what he needs to do.
We'll see here soon.
Yeah, it's this late game cross keys a lot of times can just be like, I've got to go everywhere. I hope that I find it quickly. But yeah, it's hard to say right now. Walther slowly making his way. Oh god, how close is that? All right, it's not that close. I was getting nervous there. I was getting nervous a little bit, because anytime you mirror on that one strip right there, as long as you're fine, as long as you don't mirror on top of him. If you mirror on top of the guy who runs away, you're stuck in a loop basically. There's almost nothing you can do out of it there, because he immediately starts talking to you. You kill the windows, and then immediately he starts talking to you again, and you're just stuck in that loop, and it feels bad because you don't think about it until you do it, and then yeah. And then you just sit there and feel terrible, and you hope that you saved and quit a long time ago, like 5 minutes.
Soon.
Yeah, it's possible to save and quit out of it, but you have to, like, just slam select and pray. All right. PTrain takes down Armos Knights there. Doesn't get anything of interest there, so he's down to... Man, I'm trying to think of anything else that he could be looking for right now, and I think it's going to come down to a decision between Misery Mire and GT for him, and kind of hope he's going to choose GT. Yeah, that's a Mire play.
Yep.
Or maybe not.
Nah, into the shopping mall area. Oh, that's where he had his portal.
Catfish play.
Okay.
And that's going to put him right next to Misery Mire, though. Now, on the other side, Walther is still refusing to go to the north of Village of Outcasts. Probably gonna go right now.
He's going right now.
Yeah, he's probably going right now.
Probably check Skullwoods first.
Oh man, he hasn't been there yet, has he? Oh wow. All right, PTrain grabs a small key to Ice Palace, which he's going to say, thank you, game. And yep, sure enough, here comes the Misery Mire play. So PTrain needs to finish Misery Mire extremely quickly. And we're going to see some collection rates on this seed. Whew.
Are we ever?
I mean, this is I'm going. It's got to be at least in the 180s, maybe even a 190. That's kind of the thing. It's PTrain's got to go to GT, and he's got to clear out the right side to get the Hera small key, and he's got to climb to get the Pod big key. Pretty much either way he does it, he's going to end up going for everything.
Is Walter going to blind pull it?
Right, he doesn't have the book out, so yeah, it looks like it.
Gets the master bombs.
Oh yeah, right. Book was in swamp, so yeah, he hasn't been there yet. I guess yeah, that is one more thing that we haven't seen on. I don't think we've seen Ether Tablet, and don't believe we've seen Bombos Tablet either. But
no.
All right, so Walther's got a. Walther's going to be going to pick up these basically four more chests in here. PTrain picks up a small key to Misery Mire in Misery Mire. Okay, so there's the fourth turtle rock key for Walther there. So that actually puts his flippers into logic finally. So I think at 2 hours and 5 minutes into the seed, we have officially hit logical access to everything.
Woohoo!
I could be missing something at this point, but I don't actually know.
I don't think you're missing anything at this point.
I mean, these guys have pretty much everything, so, I mean... If it's the Skullwood Small that's in the pinball room, then... No, it's actually... Is it? I don't know. Alright, Walther...
Here come the boots!
Alright, so here we go. We're doing this real good. Alright, so there's step one to Walther being able to get through to a get-to-go mode here now. I imagine we've got a full clear coming.
Yeah, I've got to think so.
Alright, PTrain is almost finished with Misery Mire here. But I think it's safe to say that just because of the unfortunate nature of where some of this thing, I was about to say the same thing. Walther does have a pretty commanding lead here. The two dungeons that he has to finish are extremely fast. Is this where we point out to PTrain? You know you have the silver arrows, right?
Yeah, I was about to say, silvers?
I don't remember. I don't remember who I heard say it at some point, but I do remember someone mentioning that there is not a huge difference between doing a butter sword vitreous and a and silver arrows vitreous. There's actually not that much difference, just because the butter sword is so obscenely strong. All right, so PTrain's going to give us Bombo's tablet. Good to know I'm not crazy. I'm getting some people agreeing with me there in chat. So hey, okay. And if Arier said it, then yeah, it's probably right. That dude is absolutely ridiculous. All right, now if PTrain goes directly to the tower here, we've got something interesting. That is not the right direction. Oh, this is a quick green pendant check here. Okay, so PTrain's going to pull out his flute, take it out, going to flute to 4, and I gotta imagine this is going to be the right side clear and a climb. Yeah. I'm trying to think, would it be better for PTrain if he finds the Tower of Hera small key and somehow Galaxy Brains the Galaxy Brains going to Tower of Hera immediately and getting his Desert Palace small key? Yeah, I don't know, yeah. It's a hard one. If you're just joining us, yeah, this is loser brackets round 5 here. The winner of this match moves on to round 6. And at that point, round 6, we start going to best of 3 matches. So we are in a loser goes home. Well, they are probably home, but loser is unfortunately their tournament is over at that point. All right, so PTrain is now in the climb here. So if he can get up there and get the this is gonna be interesting here. I imagine he finishes Aga 2, but if he doesn't finish Aga 2, and he just gets the Hera, maybe just says forget it, Magic Bat's not gonna have anything. This is gonna get really pretty close. It kind of depends on what Walther does next.
Yeah. If he goes and gets those big key, goes and checks those mirror locations over in the graveyard, then it's Walter's all the way.
That's the direction he's going here too, or was going.
Huh?
Yeah, I think he's
a couple of places up here.
Yeah, I think he hasn't been up here to check this. Check these areas here. Magic Bat just had a heart container, so that is nothing that PTrain needs to be getting here. What he does need to do is he needs to get all the way up to the Helmasaur room, I believe. No, it was the room, but it was the room before Moldorm, the pre-Moldorm room there. That's where he's going to find his pod big key. Oh, and this is gonna pull. This is gonna pull Walther a little bit further away, unfortunately.
Ooh. And P-Train has silver arrows in here, so making a little bit faster work of the climb.
Yeah, this is tightening up here at the end. Here, that's the kind of the crazy thing about cross keys. You know, you get a seed like this where you have to check everything. It really does kind of come down to the very end here, where you're, you know, you've been racing for 2 hours, 20 minutes, and man, you are at the end of the time there. You're going to be separated by just a handful of minutes or a couple of seconds, depending on if you're really unlucky. All right. P-Train's finally going to get a male upgrade here. The other thing that makes this such a good thing for Walther, to be completely honest, is that he's got... Okay, P-Train picks up his big key to pod here, and he's gonna just...
They're gonna keep going.
Yeah, just mash right through the guy there. The thing that makes this good for Walther is the Desert Palace big key, because that's hiding in the basement of Tower of Hera, which is... I mean, it's next to pod, but when you're at this point in the race, are you going to really want to wager your entire race on tile room play? You should, but if you've got other things in your mind that are worth checking, you might end up going and doing that.
But there we go. Walter's heading to the place they need to go.
Yeah, but he's not in the Dark World, so he's going to miss the Tower of Hera big key. The Turtle Rock big key on this. So this is more time for P-Train to get back in. Man, this is getting extremely tight right now. That's not where Eastern Palace is. Eastern Palace is on the right side of Death Mountain. It must be a connector that I've forgotten about.
Yeah, it must be.
That's a call. Okay. All right, so P-Train is going to be exceedingly close to his go mode here. Walther must have just a massive amount of entrances left open here. I'm really surprised here.
Just checking these one-off locations.
Yeah, I'm stunned here that he's not going directly to Eastern Palace, honestly.
Wait a minute, is he going back to Aga Tower?
Yeah, it looks like he is. Looks like this is the Aga Tower play. I mean, this will spit him out right next to Eastern. P-Train is almost Helmasaur, though, and if he remembers to do the Hera play, he's going to jump into the lead in just like a second here. This is crazy.
Yeah, for how long Walter's had kind of the item and the key advantage. It's all going to be erased here pretty quickly. Possibly.
That's the other thing. Walther hasn't gone to pick up that ice rod yet either. Yeah.
Oh, wow. He hasn't. Oh, good heavens.
If PTrain makes this play, like here's the crazy thing. He literally, all he has to do after he finishes Helmasaur is walk next door and go into the basement. And then at that point, he would basically, he wins. I don't somehow, I don't know. It's really hard to say right now. All right, so there goes Helmasaur over on PTrain's side. That's going to be 6 crystals for PTrain here, and we are... So he now has the crystal lead. He gets the powder, which opens up with something for him. What's he doing? He's thinking. All right, pulling out, selecting the bombs in his menu here. I think he's going next door.
Let's hope.
Yep, bigger. Yep. That's right. Yeah, the big key does open up the big chest here, so there's going to be a quick hammer yump here back, which
I
is
forgot about that hammer yump.
which is still, yeah, it's more time given back. To answer your question there in chat there, he has everything he needs except for the Desert Palace Big Key, which is sitting in the basement of Tower of Hera, in literally the entrance next to this one, just directly to the right. So, and that's going to be the game probably.
There it is.
Train. All right. Well, we don't want to say it's necessarily the game because okay, if Walther makes that's so close.
It all depends on what Walter does here in the next 10-15 seconds.
Yeah, if he goes and goes directly to 3, if he goes directly to 3 and directly to Graveyard Ledge,
we could have a race, but don't forget, Walter's got to go back to Meyer to pick up the ice rod, and that could be the difference. That's
not fast. I mean, it's not particularly slow. This is PTrain's. It's PTrain's race to lose here, for sure. I mean, he's having fun with the Stalfos right now. And there he goes. Okay, so at 2 hours and 20 minutes and 32 seconds there, PTrain has hit go mode. Walther is still making checks, unfortunately.
Oh, feels bad. Oh, maybe not.
Wow, I am very surprised at how much Walther left open. I mean, there was quite a large amount of the way that the seed kind of gave it to you there, as Walther is about to hit go mode on his side as well. PTrain is into his is almost into his final dungeon.
Whoops.
Now, the other thing is Ganon is just sitting there in the village here, so as soon as he's done with this, there's probably... I don't even know if he'll bother to flute to 3. He might just run all the way up there. Alright, so Walther has hit go mode as well. He's going to pull out his flute to Meyer, go pick up his ice rod. But it's likely too little too late unless PTrain does something crazy and walks off the side of the Ganon fight after he beat him.
Yeah. So Walter's about 2 minutes behind P-Train.
All right, and that's 7 crystals for P-Train right now. He's pulled out his flute. He's going to flute the 3, and then he's going to go and take care of Ganon. This is going to be really quick here. Walther is on his way to Laser Bridge right now. But there's a pretty good chance that P-Train will be finishing Ganon at about the same time that Walther finishes Trinex. Alright, phase 1 done with no problem over on P-Train's side. Opting for the the dash strats here for phase 2. Some nice dodging of the fire bats there. We're already into phase 3 on his side as Walther is about to enter into the Trinex fight.
Try next down.
All right, phase 4. P-Train setting up for the triple there, getting him right in the middle, and doesn't quite get it. And that's going to be it for P-Train right there. All right, as long as he doesn't press up right now, he should be fine. Swords in the air. That's going to be it for P-Train. Get your GGs into chat for him. Should be crossing that line in just a second, and we'll give you his time. And as you see in chat there, P-Train has finished in first place with a time of 2 hours, 24 minutes, and 40 seconds. Definitely big GGs to P-Train there.
And we're joined by P-Train. GGs.
GG.
Well, that was quick. So how do you feel about that thing there, bud?
Honestly, I felt like, so from the moment I got the Moon Pearl, I felt behind. I felt like maybe I was doing okay because I got the boot so early. Then I full cleared Meyer for nothing. And then I felt bad again until I found Desert Palace Big Key in the Hera basement. And I was like, you know what? Maybe I'm okay. Maybe.
It was an interesting race to watch because you found the Moon Pearl, I want to say a good 15 minutes before Walther did, right? And
yes,
while you're finding the Moon Pearl, Walther just kind of decides to go ahead and climb the tower, climb GT. So we're all sitting there kind of going, well, this might be a great play for Walther, it might not, we're not sure. And then he finds the pod Big Key, and then it became a matter of, is pod a crystal or is pod a pendant? Because that's either really big or absolutely nothing. And it turns out that yeah, it was kind of a big deal there. And Walther has gone ahead and finished off Ganon there, and he'll be finishing off in second place in this match with a time of 2 hours, 26 minutes, and 16 seconds. And we're now joined in chat as well by Walther there. GG's there, bud.
Yo, GG's.
GG, Walter.
GG, dude.
So Walther, there at the end there, you it looks like you had just a massive amount of entrances left to check.
Yeah, late Boom Pearl kind of made me isolate a couple of things, and then I don't know. I just skipped the entire village of Outcast a little bit too long, I think. And heading into Spiral Cave was a pretty bad decision. My brain was kind of mush at that point, so I forgot that I still had Blind's basement left.
Yeah, there were a lot of mental gymnastics I was doing in the mid game, which was actually kind of centered around the fact that I skipped Sahasrara when I was doing the Smith chain. Completely spaced out about it. So I was thinking, okay, when do I go back there? Do I go back there, after I clear Mire, before I clear Mire? Should I go to Pod before Sahasrara? Because the Pod big key is in Saha's closet. I'm going to feel really bad about that. But I don't know. It kind of worked out. I felt like I got the opportunity for some really clever routing, particularly with the Dark World shopping mall having Hyrule Castle, and then the Light World having Hookshot Cave. So I gotta drop a portal there, then go clear Eastern, come back, and then do Catfish and Mire, which is, unfortunately Mire had absolutely nothing. I think Turtle Rock Small Key I think was the only thing I found in the entirety of Mire. But I don't know. I enjoyed routing this seed. There were some moments where I had to pause and figure out what I actually wanted to do, but it was fun to route this one.
Yeah, I completely forgot about where the one entrance left on Ice Road Cave area, which kind of made me not get the moon pro very early, which was a bit unfortunate. But other than that, a lot of things felt kind of good early game though. Well, we got a couple of good items to start with, and climbing Ganon's Tower and that being required, that definitely felt good, because I felt like PTrain would probably skip that for quite a while.
Yeah, I thought about climbing the tower, but the fact that it was the Pearl, I felt weird. Also, not only was it Pearl, but also I want to say I was on 5 Hearts Master Sword or something like that. So it wasn't going to be an enjoyable climb. So yeah. I didn't want to sequence break something that I didn't want to do anyways. And then at the end game, I just had so much other stuff to do. I was looking at the crystal dungeons I had, and I couldn't full clear any of them. I knew that Blind's Hideout was still out there somewhere. Blind's Hideout, Mire Shed, Waterfall Cave. I don't think I ever found Waterfall Cave, so decided to check a couple of entrances, and then just found enough breadcrumbs to keep it interesting until I finally, I was like, all right, I was hoping to get the powder, but I guess we'll go ahead and clear GT without it. So, and it worked out, so that was nice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think Waterfall Cave was Dark Death Mountain on the west side.
Oh, yeah, I didn't check that.
Yeah, no, Jinxie Girl there sharing with us in chat that both of you guys ended up with PTrain, you ended up with a 197 collection rate, and Walther ended up with a 196. So, safe to say you guys saw almost everything in the game.
Yeah, combined, I imagine we did.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. It was. It got to the point when PTrain, when you mirrored into Agate Tower, we pretty much had to guess that, yeah, this is probably where the Moon Pearl is, because at that point, I don't think you had anything left else to do.
Yeah, that was a last location for me. I think it was an absolute last location. I mean, aside from stuff I could have sequence broken, but yeah.
Yeah, that was kind of a nice surprise for me to find, because I was out of logic when I got the Moon Pearl, because I didn't have the mitts yet. It's like after I beat Ganon's Tower, I walked over to the pod area, found Desert, and then took the connector over there to get the Moon Pearl.
Were you out of logic?
Yeah, because it's not climbing GT wasn't in logic by then.
Oh, that's how you got over there.
Yeah, okay, mitts were in Hookshot Cave, and you were supposed to take Desert Main, which was in Desert Right or Desert Left entrance, and that was your access to the laser bridge, or I guess the Turtle Rock East entrance. Yeah,
and climbing or getting to Dark World East side is never in logic by beating Agate 2, because it's you can only take that trip once. It doesn't open up a portal like beating Agate 1 does.
Right, yep. right.
Man, the flippers logic was absolutely bonkers in this seed.
Good heavens, yeah, it was.
Wasn't there? I'm pretty sure there was a Turtle Rock Small Key in the pod, or not the pod, but pod big chest. I think there might have been one buried somewhere in Meyer. No, there couldn't have been one in Meyer. But
Yeah, the flippers were
man,
definitely like we got that way earlier than we should have.
That made things really interesting from like a viewing standpoint there, because it was at the end of it I was kind of wondering, PTrain, whether you were gonna just say, all right, I'm not doing Meyer just because I don't have the Turtle Rock keys yet to go into it, like logically go into it, since it being in the lava chest there, it puts it behind 4. And so I was kind of wondering if you were going to make that read there, but I mean, that would have been a hard read to make.
It was in the back of my mind, but at the same time, like it's hard to make that call, because for all I know, there's a Turtle Rock small key on GT right side, and then there's a Turtle Rock small key in the validation chest or something like that. So it's really hard, especially when you're only, what was that, 2 items from go mode at that point. I think I was looking for the pod and desert big key.
Right.
It's just really difficult. It took all of my willpower not to immediately mirror and go back to the pyramid with that powder.
That was kind of the thing we were wondering about, is just because like you were there at the end, and I imagine you probably heard us talking about it there, but that was the thing we were all really curious about, is which one of you was going to make the play there at the end, because in the middle, after Walther did the GT climb there, that really gave him quite a big advantage there. But you did get the boots earlier, so you got to check a lot more locations and stuff there because with your earlier Pearl. But for a while there, it looked like it was Walther's game. But I think we didn't realize exactly how many checks Walther had left open. And so like at the end there, when you're finishing pod, we're going like, if you go next door, it's your game. But at the same time, we're going, if Walther goes and checks those 2 Graveyard Ledge and King's Tomb entrances, it's his game. And so we were getting kind of excited here watching that. It was a heck of a fun race. GG's to you both.
Yeah, GG's. Thanks for organizing the restream, making all the comms and tracking and all that.
And I guess with that, any final words from you two there?
GG Walter. It was a good match. I'm looking forward to watching it back.
Yeah, for sure. And good luck in the rest of the tourney, dude.
And I think that's going to do it for our Cross Keys race today. GG's to PTrain and to Walter the Fourth for putting on a fantastic show. I think right now we'll probably raid my buddy Cubs, because he is currently playing a Ocarina of Time. And there's really nothing else on. So I'm going to send everybody over to Cubs Rules 21. Sorry, I can't think at the moment. Thanks again, everybody, for hanging out with us. It was a super exciting race. Big thanks to my commentators who stuck out this awful seed that I seem to roll from my buddies here. Big thanks to Oddwalls for being my co-tracker. Again, Days Cloud and Tyler, couldn't have done it without you. And we will see you again soon here on Zelda Speedruns. Have a good night.
All right.